Hi, I'm James Davis with SoftTech Engineering, and today we're going to demonstrate how to attach on with the Profiler diagnostic test system onto a single-acting rotary ball valve with a digital positioner. So first we're going to get from our fixture kit. We have a fixture kit, and in this fixture kit we have a rotary half clamp. Now we find the proper insert, which is the shaft size. We put the insert inside here, and we will now attach this directly onto our shaft. Once we have found the proper insert for the shaft size, we have the ID here and the OD on this side. The ID will be the shaft size, so we will put this inside our clamp. We will then slide this on, and then we will attach through here. I'll get my hands out of the way. And we can just give this a nice little tight snug. Now you can see that how it's attached directly onto the shaft, okay? The wire is on this side of it, and this is the side that we will now hook our string pot onto. So now we have the ability to adjust it here. We will now take our device that we have got hooked up our string pot on the U-bolt or the U bracket with the rod. We'll slide this on so it's nice and straight, and we will clamp it directly over the top of where the wire is going to attach. Okay, so once we have that there, we can put that in the groove. We can slide this back around, and we have it hooked on here. We'll slide it over, and then we will hook that. So now you will see it's hooked directly on the shaft or on the wire. We will make adjustments so that we're about a finger width away. And now we can snug our half clamp down. So once the valve starts to rotate one way or the other, we'll see that it rotates and moves in that direction. We just want to make sure that we're not loose, and we want to make sure that we don't go over the top of this and hit right here. So we have a 90-degree rotation of a valve, and our half clamp is 180 degrees. So we have the ability to adjust it. So you have 180 to get 90. So normally about a finger width, and you're good to be set up. So once we have this attached, nice and clean, easy, I'm going to spin the valve around, and we will now attach to the pressures. Okay. So now we'll have our pressures here. Since it's a single acting, we will have that attached to our actuator pressure, and then our supply will come in here for our supply pressure. If we had a double acting, we would connect to this one, but since this is a single acting actuator, we'll connect there. First thing we want to do is we want to directly connect to our interface box. Our interface box has a 4-to-20 signal. It has a position for our sensor, pressure for our actuator, which is our actuator pressure or diaphragm pressure. This is for our I to P. We will not be reading our I to P since this is a digital. There is no access to an I to P, so we'll set that to the side. This is for our double acting, which is our green. We're not going to be using that, so we'll set that to the side. So we have our supply pressure right here. So we will be reading on this valve, 4-to-20 signal, command out. We will be reading back position, actuator pressure, and supply pressure. So to attach our interface box, we will use our cable set, 2 USB cables. We will attach that directly to our computer. It doesn't matter which port goes in which USB port. Also on the box, it does not matter which port goes in which card. We have 2 cards in here, a data acquisition card and a signal conditioning card that SoftTech Engineering makes. So these attach and work together in gathering the data. We gather the data at 1,000 samples per second at a 16-bit high resolution. So we can resolve very small movements and pressures. We'll connect in, doesn't matter which one we connect in first. You'll hear the sound connect, and then you'll see a blinking light, which means we have communication with our data acquisition card. Next, we'll plug in. We'll hear it connect, but at this point, the light does not turn on until we start the software. Once we start the software, that will then power all of our sensors. So next, we will hook in our sensors. We have our supply coming from our regulator, and we will put in our supply pressure. We have our actuator pressure, which is our red, and we will hook in our actuator pressure. Next, we will use our cable set. When our cable set, we have the ability to read and attach to our box. So, first thing we want to do is we want to attach to our 4 to 20 signal. Next, we will always read position on any valve. We will also read an actuator pressure on all valves. And we will also read a supply pressure. So in this case, this is how this valve is attached and worked. We're going to attach these just so that they're out of the way. Our software knows which channels to use through the information screen when we enter our information in the software. Next, we will attach to our sensors. We will start with our position. You'll turn it until it drops in, and then it'll snap, and that keeps it nice and tight. We will also go to our red one. This will be our actuator pressure. We'll spin this until it drops in, and then we turn it till it snaps. Gray, same way. We'll turn it until it drops in, and then it snaps. So we have those all hooked up. We will not be using these two, one for double acting, one for I to P. Even though there's an I to P inside here, it's not accessible to read, so on any digitals, we do not read I to P pressures. Next, we will then hook up our I to P, our positioner. Red will be positive, and black will be negative. So once we have our signal connected, we are now ready to start our software. So there's a profiler icon on the desktop. We'll double click on it. Once the software starts, we will then be able to have power at our interface box. So the software is starting, running through its initialization. Now in our interface box, we have a green blinking light, communication data acquisition, and we also have a solid green light, which means power is now to all of our sensors. So at this point, we can log in and go through the software. In this video, we're not going to go through the software. That'll be a separate video, but this is how to attach onto a single acting rotary ball valve with a digital positioner. For more information, please contact us through our website. You can go to our website and contact James Davis. We can also provide additional information, and we can provide team demonstrations on Teams, and we can do a live demonstration at your facility if you're interested in purchasing or knowing more. Thank you for your time.